Enjoy this Goldilocks Productions presentation of the Joyful Finding Show with your host, Melissa Parks.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday. Welcome to Joyful Findings. I'm so happy you could join me today. There's so much going on. There's so much changing, and I am vibrating with the energy today. Love the energy. We're loving the energy. Anyways, there's so much going on. There's so much shifting. There's so much changing. They want me to send out infinite love out to you guys today because I started vibrating probably about 15 minutes before the show, which is, I thank them for that, so I didn't feel it all morning. But the build up to this show, all this energy, all this love, they keep sending out, and there's lots of excitement going on. I mean, I was doing a little bit of automatic writing before I got on the show, and they're like, everyone, if you're not doing what you want to do, follow your dreams. Breaking the old mold is what they're talking about. Going with the flow, opening up your heart. It's just amazing the stuff that are taking place, and lots of woohoos in that, you know what I mean? So if you're not in your woohoo state, things are all being shifted so that they can change for you. I've noticed a couple of my clients come in recently and their whole life's been turned upside down. What they thought was their life is no longer their life. So they're trying to change that, but they're trying to grab onto what was still there, and it's not something they're supposed to be grabbing onto. So what are you creating new for yourself? If your life is being turned upside down, then what can you do to make it better? What are the changes that need to happen for that to happen for you in such a good way, not in a bad way? Don't get stuck back into old patterns, because a lot of this is to show us what kind of patterns that we're stuck in so that we can break free from all that. And there's so many people are breaking free. Some people are very calm right now. Some people are very upset. Some people are calm and upset. There's many things that we're feeling, and there's so much shifting and changing right now. And I love that so many more people are standing in their truth. And I've been saying this come out on, the internet, news stations showing me different things about truth that's coming out. I'm loving this. So just know that all the truth is coming out, and you're starting to stand in your truth too. This is happening for everyone. And you can tell how excited I am because I'm talking so fast about this. They're not going to let me slow down. So they're so excited that there's so much momentum going right now. So just go with your flow. Follow your heart. Follow your dreams. Dream big. Dream bigger if you have to. There's just so much excitement in the air right now. Things might feel like they're a little bit slow, because I kind of felt like that yesterday. I was like, I don't know. I feel kind of in this space, but it was like I needed to be in that space. So if things are slow and things aren't moving forward, just take the time to take the day off. Just chill. Don't try to rush into anything. It's all about your momentum and your divine time, and no one knows that better than yourself. So listen to your intuition. What is your intuition telling you? That's another thing they wanted to say, that a lot of you are starting to really open up to more of your abilities and really starting to trust them more and trust yourself more. This is awesome, because this is going to lead you into such better avenues of abundance and love and everything else that you're looking for. This is just amazing. It just makes me so happy. And I have goosebumps right now as I'm saying this all to you. So for me, that's really validation. So listen to your body when you're giving messages, or you're listening to your messages, or you're doing your automatic writing, whatever it might be. Stand in that power, own that, and believe in yourself, because you are an amazing being. You are an amazing being, and each of you are getting more amazing every day. And this makes me so happy. This makes our spirits, our angels, everybody so happy. It makes God happy that everyone's doing such good work. And it's funny because I went through some of my automatic writings again yesterday, and it was funny because it brought back a lot of memories of who I used to talk to and what I used to talk about in my automatic writing. So if you guys have ever done automatic writing, go back through your books. Pull them out, read through them. What are they saying to you now? Is there something that you forgot? I was amazed at the amount of things that I actually forgot that brought up all these memories of stuff that was going on during that time frame, and about me opening up to my abilities. So it's amazing, amazing, amazing. So, and synchronicity, because my mother-in-law was also looking at her writings from that period of time too, and she was like, oh, wow, I don't remember that. And then it helped open up a whole new door again. So if you've ever done it, or if you're going to try it, keep it and always reread it. It's always very helpful. So with all of that, I hope you guys are having a fantastic July. We're 10 days in now. Hope you guys all had a fantastic 4th of July. Got to spend it with whoever you wanted to, maybe watch some fireworks, maybe rested, whatever you needed. I'm hoping you enjoyed yourself. I did. I enjoyed myself. I had some family time both on Saturday and on Thursday, so it was great for me to do that. So I hope you got out there and enjoyed yourself and enjoying yourself more. And as I'm talking to you, I can feel the heat building up in me, so that's just more of that love vibration spreading out to all of you. So I'd like you all to be very open to this loving energy that is flowing through me, through my voice, through the waves of everything going on in Earth, and connecting in with all of you, because we are all connected. We just have to open up those channels sometimes so that we can feel that connection. So allow yourself to feel that connection, feel yourself to open yourself up more to your highest and best good. A lot of people, you are still letting go of old stuff. I've noticed this with a lot of people. Old patterns are showing themselves, so this is a time for you really to release them for the last time. This is like your final purge, I feel like, because as we move forward, we can't have those in our way. If not, there's going to be obstacles that keep getting in our way, and we're trying to make our lives easier. So start to make your lives easier by doing that for yourself. So yay. I'm so happy you are all here, and I'm going to take my first caller, who is calling in from area code 415.
Hello.
Hi there. Who are you and where are you calling from?
This is Anne from California.
Hi, Anne from California. How can I help you today?
Yeah, I would definitely say I'm on track to what you were saying, and I do feel like I am. A lot of purging happened with those moons we had, the super moons we had earlier this year, but I do feel my habits changing, clearing out old habits, you know, even from childhood. But yeah, just anything about I'm ready for the new, especially in the career area, a new line to come in, a new path.
Okay. So let's see. So you're starting to feel it all, which is good. So when we're starting to feel all this that's going on, like you feel like you're on the right track, now it's about creating what that passion is of that line of work that you want to be in. Okay, so all you have to do is really start imagining it. We just have to remember that our mind is the most creative thing that we have. So what is it that you truly desire? And the universe is listening to us. I'm telling you, people, manifestations are happening very quickly right now. So what are you opening yourself up to? What is it that you desire to do?
In the more creative world, I mean, I don't have one job title that's easy to pick out. You know, it's kind of creating my own job title. So I don't.
Okay,
but I
perfect.
definitely want to. I want to be in creative. I've always been in kind of nonprofit and helping people, but I want to be in the more use my creativity.
Perfect. So, are you creative now? Do you make something? What do you create? What are you creating?
Well, it's more in the world of plans, of ideas and processes, and it's not like I don't paint or draw or things like that.
That's fine. It doesn't have to be that kind of creative, because creative happens on many different levels. So here it is. So you have a kind of an idea of what you want to do. You want to help people create the ideas to bring forth. I feel like you have magnificent ideas on top of that, okay? Because they just showed me like this present opening up. So this is you opening up to your abilities. This is you opening up to help people. And you want to help them on many different levels. And I guess that this is going to be more of a personal gain this time, but that is not a bad thing, okay? It's like they're showing me like there's gifts coming your way. You just have to put your ideas to the right person. So once you come up with, like, I feel like you already have, like, a couple plans, because they're showing me, like, 3 clipboards with, like, 3 different ideas on them or whatever. You just have to approach the right people with it.
Okay.
Like, there's a little fear there because you're not sure who to approach with them. So it's like, okay, I don't know what your plans are or what they are, but I feel like they're very detailed. I feel like you could be an event organizer, because I feel like you're throwing things together and making things happen.
That's what I want. That's what I do. That's what I do now, but I don't want to do that.
Well, I feel
That's
like this
funny.
is in a different avenue.
The skills.
Okay.
I want to use those skills, but for something else.
Okay, well, then that's what they're showing me. You're taking all
Yeah.
those skills that you have now, but you're applying them in a different arena is what they're showing
Yes.
me. So,
yes,
okay,
exactly.
then they're giving you a go. You just have to go wherever that is. They're not showing me, but I'm showing it's not far away from you. They're showing me the doors are wide open. You just have to recognize it. You haven't seen it yet.
No, I haven't. It's frustrating,
it's like,
though.
Eyes.
I don't have 3 ideas that you mentioned. I don't have detailed plans.
Really?
No.
Interesting. Well, they show me like 3 different clipboards, and they're like hanging on a wall. This is like,
Okay.
for me, this is kind of like organization too, okay?
Yeah.
So I feel like
yeah.
you have priorities too. So it's like maybe you don't have them written out, but in your head, they've been bouncing around.
Okay.
So they're wanting you to take them and put them on paper so it can make it reality for you, because I feel like that's going to happen.
Okay.
Because they want you to take whatever's going around in your brain and put it to hard paper so you can see the picture.
Mhm.
Yeah. But they show me the new door is opening for you, Anne. It's just you have to believe that it's opening for you. And they also show me that you're starting to really trust yourself. That's why you've been breaking all these old patterns so that you could free yourself up. They show me you've broken a lot of the ties that were holding you back. And now it's just like you moving forward. And they're showing me very freely, like you get to walk through this beautiful meadow now. It's like easy. So everything becomes easy for you now. Just remember that.
Yeah, that's great. That's what I've been saying in my head, that it will be.
That's what
that's what I've been visioning. Oh, that's great.
Well, they're picturing it for you too. So now you just have to believe, keep believing, and then they open all that up for you. It's like the big present I talked about. It's like everything you've been wishing for ends up in this beautiful wrapped present that you're like, oh my God, I do get it all. So just know that it's all coming. It's all just a matter of time.
Great. And I have a lot more, I've been single, and also a lot more men are coming through too. It's like that's opening up as well. I've been dating again, so that's a big change too.
Oh, good for you. See, you're opening up your heart to accept new love because it had been shut down for a while, and now you're opening up all those avenues, all those energy points that you'd shut down, you've reopened again. So your guides and your angels and your higher self are most happy because you're moving forward now in much more a graceful way.
Great. All right. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Anne. Have a great day.
You too.
Thanks. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Do you know how much I appreciate all of you for clicking in and tapping in and listening now and listening later or whatever it is that you do? There's so much you have to learn from me, from you, from me, from you, from each other. I've been learning a lot from a lot of people. And that's one of the things that I recognized in my automatic writing is all the people that I have learned from. And I am grateful for each and every one of them because they've all taught me something about myself that I was not aware of earlier. That's why I'm like, go out, join different groups. Learn from different people because it brings up another thing that inside of you that you forgot about and allowing you to be your highest and true potential, whatever that may be in this lifetime at this particular moment. So just know that all these things that are taking place in our lives, all these teachers, all these lessons, all these tests that we've ever gone through are here to help educate us and to make us better people. And I noticed that with all these changes that are taking place, there's a little bit of fear that keeps popping up still. And that's okay because this is the last time. This can be the last time if you so choose it to be your last time to fear this or that, whatever it might be, lack of money, lack of love, lack of this, lack of whatever it might be, or, just scared of moving forward or scared of being alone or whatever that fear might be. You have to look at it in the face and go, I got this. Because fear is a place that keeps us very stuck and very alone. It makes us depressed. It makes us go into dark places that we don't like. But if we can just push right through it, and I know that's easy for me to say, because I've done it, but it wasn't easy when I was doing it, okay? But we are all survivors. We can all get through this. It's like getting whatever's out of the way. And there's a lot of people that are feeling a lot of calm right now, which I'm digging too. Like they're not reacting to things. They're looking at things at a different perspective. There's a lot of people that are viewing things not the way that they would have before. This is helping them break those patterns I have been talking about, because it's very important that we break old patterns that are not serving us, whether we keep getting in the same pattern of the same relationship over and over again, or we get into the pattern of, money patterns, the same money patterns again, or the same thought patterns, or I don't deserve this, or whatever it is. These are all the different patterns that we need to change in this lifetime to make us happier individuals. So each of you are becoming happier, whether you realize it or not. Sometimes it's not so fun, the things that we go through and such, but it's all good. They want you to know that it's all good. Everything's happening just the way it's supposed to, even if it feels like it's all messed up. But that happens. That happens. So I'm very happy that each and every one of you guys are connecting in, sharing your love, your energy. And it's funny because these messages that I share with people that call in can also go out to people that are just listening. They might be in the same spot or the same kind of situation. So just know that the messages that go out can be universal also, which is way cool. I love when they do that. And they're also way into universal messages anyways, and I feel like those are actually really starting to play a major part in our light workers' lives, which is, I feel like everyone's being more woken up. I feel like everyone's lighter and brighter than they were before. Everyone's really starting to dust off the shininess that we have inside, this soul energy that we have inside, so it's like you're all expanding into who you really need to be, and that makes me one happy individual, and it makes you a happy individual too, which makes everything so much fun and so exciting. So, if you have questions, feel free to call in and ask. Don't be shy. I'm going to tell you ways that you can get a hold of me here in Sarasota, Florida, if you so desire. You guys can find me on my website at IamMelissaParks.com, and you can call me on my phone or text me for appointments and such at 941-266-9250. And if you're local to Sarasota, you can find me here at Wild Ginger Apothecary on Superior Ave. Lovely place we have here. Oh, and while I'm mentioning that, we're having another psychic gallery this weekend, another three-psychic gallery, morning messages at 10 a.m. if you'd want to show up. It's a fabulous time. You get 3 messages from 3 fabulous psychics, and we just have so much fun in there. And the energy is high, just like it is today. So just know that that's available for you, too. So I'm happy that all of you have tapped in and joined in. I feel like there's a lot of they just showed me a lot of chakra clearing going on today. So there's a lot of energy coming down to earth. There's a lot of downloads happening. You're really starting to tap into your abilities more. They may be, I know that I'm getting to know things before they happen, which is kind of cool, but not cool at the same time, because I could fix it before it actually happened, but I didn't. I know that probably doesn't make sense, but I have a 4-year-old at home, and he came out this morning and he fell asleep on the couch. And it was while he was sitting there, and I had a pull-up on, because he still wets the bed at night sometimes. And I was like, I feel like he's going to wet that. And I was right. He woke up, and he was like, I peed that. And I was like, oh, I knew that was going to happen. I could have woke him up and made him pee or whatever, but I chose not to. I let him sleep. So even if it's just silly stuff like that, you know what I mean? It's like we're starting to recognize what's going to happen before it happens. Just know that you're really tapping into what you already know about yourself and what's supposed to be happening in this lifetime. So you're following your path, you're following your passions, and the more that we do that, the more that we open up to the divine, to our God self, and to everything that's, good for all, which is so much fun. And they want me to tell you again that I am sweating. So they're sending so much energy through me, out through you, to you, so that we can all heal, so we can all come together, and we can all make this place a better place. Earth is amazing, amazing. So, and we all chose to come here to learn some of the hardest lessons. I look back at part of my life, and I'm like, oh my God, why did I choose to learn that? And why did I choose to learn that? And it's funny because a lot of these things came up in my automatic writings. Even before I was into automatic writing, I found some of my earlier writings, which will be in the book too. But it's like we're advancing. I was noticing I was advancing even then, but I didn't know how to recognize it until I go back and look at it now. That's why I'm saying it's so important to go back and look at any Maybe you took messages from, other psychics that gave you readings before and you have notes from that. Go back and scan through some of them, because some of them could be legit information for you today. Sometimes when we get the messages, they don't come into fruition for later. Back in 2009, I went to go see a psychic here locally in town, and she told me, you could do this. You're going to be doing this someday, which meant I was going to be sitting in her chair, which I am now. But it was kind of hard for me to believe that at that time. You know what I mean? I was like, is she real? How do I do that? What do I do? And just as my life progressed, it actually happened. It's not something I had set out to do after she told me I was doing it. It just kind of happened within the next 2 years, actually. So sometimes the information that we give out is a little bit prolonged depending on our time frame and stuff where we see it on. So just know that everything's happening at divine time, and you're opening up to all your abilities so that we could all be a happier people. This makes me so happy. Doesn't it make you happy? Now, how many of you are out there happy? I wish I could see how many could raise their hands and stuff, because what are you doing to make yourself happy? Are you owning your own self? And this is another thing they want me to bring up, because I just saw this in a vision in my brain, is that, some people still have all this energy going out to other people, whether it's to your parents or to your kids or to your significant other. You're letting them, and these strings are funny because they turn into like little puppet strings. So I see little puppeteers moving puppets around. And I'm getting that we all need to cut those ties so we have no one pulling our strings anymore, no one taking our energy from us anymore, and protecting our energy more. Again, I'll bring that up. So whatever you will feel like you need to do to protect your energy is a good thing. Whether you want to use the bubble, angels up around you, a light beam, blue flame, purple flame, whatever it is that you feel is your desired preference, start using it more often. Because, again, I bubble up. I like to look like Glenda, the Good Witch and the Wizard of Oz, and in my pink translucent bubble, and I can see out and people can see in. And it was awesome because I used it on the highway the other day before we got in the car. And as we're driving up to Tampa and stuff, I noticed that we have this really, really big circle around us. And I looked at the boyfriend and I'm like, hey, what do you think of that? I was like, you notice how all the cars are around us? And I was like, he's like, wow, that's pretty impressive. And I was like, yep. And then I thanked my angels and guides and whoever's helping protect me to create this bubble for us, because we are so energetic and so powerful that we forget that. And we make our bubble so small sometimes that it's not even there. So I say put up some more protection. I say it's as important as breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's as easy as saying bubble up, shield up, whatever word you want to use. It doesn't have to be a long, drawn-out thing. You can make it as easy as possible. And that's another thing they want me to mention, too, is are you making your life easier? Are you still trying to climb Mount Everest to get where you're going? Or are you trying to find the easier roads to get you where you need to go? Because the easy roads will get you just there as easy as these hard ones that you feel like you have to take or you feel like you're struggling with. You don't have to do that anymore. The energy coming down is helping to embrace the earth. I feel like there's these love vibrations that are coming through. The earth is doing what she needs to do to cleanse and clear herself. We as people are doing what we need to do to energize and clear ourselves. And a lot of us are really starting to own who we really are. And by that, I mean you are accepting your faults, your good things, everything that you've ever done, and going, yes, I am that person, and now I am this person. Because I feel like we are breaking the mold of who we were, and now we're really starting to stand in more of our authentic self. And what does that mean for you? What does authentic mean for you? For me, it was just me standing in my truth and not letting people pull my puppet strings anymore. It was about me not giving up that control anymore, because it was easy for me to do. It was easy to let someone else, drive the train or whatever. And I learned that I need to drive my own train just as much as everybody else needs to drive their own train. I'm not in charge of anyone else's train. You may stop at my train station, but you will carry on. But it's like we are all getting on the fast track, and things are happening a lot faster. Are you noticing that? I mean, things are just flowing right along. It's a kind of amazing. It's kind of blowing my mind, but I'm just going, thank you, thank you, thank you, as each blessing that comes into my life keeps arriving. And these are things that I've asked for. These are things that I've wished for. These are things that I've dreamed about. And they're all just coming into fruition. And it helped for me to really get over a lot of those fears that I had, So really, I'm like, people, get out a piece of paper, write down all your fears, and just put it in the flame, burn that up, and be like, I'm not letting that control me anymore, because it's about us taking control back of who we are. And I put that on each individual because we are responsible for everything that we do. We could listen to other people's, but then again, that's pulling our puppet strings, you know? And that's one of the reasons that we're breaking all these patterns, so that we can create something new here, more love, more compassion, more joy, you know, those things that we're looking for in everyday life. You know, and it's funny because I was having a conversation with someone the other day, and this comes up quite a bit, honestly, about what do you want when I guess I was about 13 or 14 years old, and then they're like, hey, what do you want to do when you grow up? What do you want? And I was like, I want to be happy. You know, and I said this in a point in my life at 13, 14, where I was depressed all the time. I hated my life. I hated everybody. I just didn't like life at all. I was very unhappy in my body. I was unhappy where I lived. I was unhappy with everything. But all I could think about was I wanted happiness. And that was the one thing that kept driving me forward, because that was the one thing that I always wanted. It was never wealth. It was never all of that. I always wanted to be happy because I didn't know what that felt like. So in my journeys, I have found parts of myself through that happiness that I found, and some of the things that I thought would make me happy made me happy for a time, but they weren't there for long term. And now I'm starting to find more things that stay long term that are making me happy. If that makes sense, I hope that makes sense to you all, but it's all about us finding what makes us happy. And that goes with our jobs. I've had so many jobs in this lifetime. I've worked all kinds of different jobs. I've worked jobs for myself. I've worked jobs for other people, corporations, whatever. It's not for me. I always knew that I needed to be self-employed. I don't take direction well from other people. So I know that I needed to be self-employed, and I've had many jobs where I have been self-employed. And again, here I am again, self-employed psychic, you know, radio show host, and all this fun stuff that I have going on in my life. I had no idea this was coming. I never saw this in my, I never saw this coming. So it's all kind of like a big surprise for me. And that's kind of like what you guys are doing too. We're opening up these big surprises of our lives, and everything that we've learned along the way keeps opening a new door as we advance more into what we're doing. And I love what I'm doing. I love helping people. I love empowering you to go out and stand on your own 2 feet, giving you the advice or the spirit energy, whatever it is that you need to go forward and rock and roll your life and be the most joyful people you can be. I find great joy in that. I can't even begin to tell you. It's like I show up for work when I know I have to do readings, and it's like instantaneous. I get this good feeling, and and then all the information just starts flowing, and it's amazing, that connection and how that makes me feel, and connecting in for that other person. It's an amazing feeling. You can hear my joy in my voice as I talk about it now. It just brings so much love. It brings so much energy, and it just makes the people realize what's going on in their life and empowering them to make different choices if that's what they need to make. So it's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And I hope you're enjoying the fun that you're having in this lifetime and the lessons that you've created for yourself, and just see them as that. See them as a lesson. See it as a test. Not see it as, oh, my God, my whole life has come to an end or whatever. It's like, what do I have to learn about myself? What do I have to learn about the other person through this situation? Whether you just automatically just got fired from a job, or all of a sudden you've been in a relationship for 100 years and they say, I can't be with you anymore, or whatever it might be. There's a lot of shifts and changes, and just know that they're all for the best. They may not feel it when they first happen, but they're also for you to realize what you have going on in your life, what you may be taking for granted, and the things that you should be focusing on that you may not be. The universe has a funny way of flipping our lives around for us if we don't pay attention. And it happens to all of us. It happened to me, but we don't all have to start at rock bottom, okay? So wherever you're at, just know that change is inevitable. It's always happening. And change it creates the new us every time, the new us. Because I can tell you, through the changes that I've made since I was a young child, I am not even close to that same person. I was a shut down child, and now I'm like, hey, let's talk. And I just go 100 miles an hour. So I am definitely not who I was, and that goes for everybody. You are all shifting and changing from who you were into who you're going to be. And that's amazing. You're all amazing beings. beings. So just keep rocking and rolling. You guys got this. It brings so much joy to me and to the angels and to the guides how much we actually have going on in our lives and how much that we're handling this. And it's funny because, I'm going to bring up my automatic writings I was going through. They were, like, so excited. Even when I just started connecting them, they're like, we're so excited. Even if I wrote only one sentence that day, they're like, we're so excited you're here. And then I would only listen to one sentence, and then I would shut them off or whatever. So I had to learn to keep that connection open. But they're so excited. Your angels, your guides, everyone is so excited to connect with you and have these conversations with you. And sometimes it happens in your dreams. Sometimes it's not in your waking life. But they also, again, want me to remind you, pay attention to the things that are happening around you, the times that show up, the signs that show up while you're driving. They happen to me every time. It's like every time that I get in the car and I drive somewhere, license plates talk to me everywhere. Just the numbers alone, they all are significant to me. It's like I talk a whole different language while I'm out in the car because it's all about the numbers and what they're saying to me as I'm going along or whatever I might be thinking about. And they all want you to start channeling more of this information through automatic writing. So if you all get a chance, sit down one day with a pad of paper, or if you guys like using your computer, it's funny, I almost called it a typewriter. If you guys are into using your computer, tap away and put in whatever those words are coming through you. And sometimes automatic writing turns into automatic drawing. I've noticed that while I was going through some of my stuff too. So it's like, they start drawing me pictures or drawing flowers or whatever it might be. These are significant to whatever's going on in your life right now. So they want you to be aware of those things. Because more of these signs are coming up in front of you, whether you keep seeing the same open sign wherever you keep going, and you're like, I should go there, but you don't stop. So one of the days you're actually going to stop because you're listening to yourself that you should stop there. And it could be a significant reason. It could be someone that you need to meet there, or there could be 100 reasons why you're there. But just follow your intuition on what it's telling you. Sometimes we get in our own way, and it's really time for us to get out of our way. And sometimes that's hard for us, Sometimes it's hard for us to get out of our own way and stuff. So with all the excitement and all the energy that's taking place in the world and everything that's shifting and changing, I hope you guys are all, taking it with stride, being your authentic selves. I'm going to say that a lot because we don't know how to be our authentic selves a lot of times. It took me a long time to learn that. And now I see a lot of people are learning that. A lot of people thought they had to stay stuck in these jobs and that would produce happiness when they finally retired from these jobs. And, 10 years in, they're very unhappy and they don't know if they can even make it another day. These are the things that are starting to happen for us, telling us that it's time for us to start changing. And we're charting, and all these thoughts that we have, maybe there's lots of things that we like to do that we aren't doing. So they want you to get out of your comfort zone, get outside more. Oh, they like that idea. They really want you to get outside and touch nature. Get outside, touch the ground, send a little love into Mother Earth, hug a tree. There's lots of things that you could be doing. I see lots of people are actually anchoring light, it feels like, too, which is funny because they just showed me a grid, and I just saw all these lights going over. So just know whatever energy that you have going through you, you're anchoring it into the ground where you're at. They show me lots of new activations in this realm, which is way cool. I'm totally digging that. So they're showing me more lights are coming on, more lights are coming online. And this is funny because they show me this like imagine like New York City, all the power went out, and all of a sudden the power starts coming on, and one building at a time starts lighting up. This is what's happening. We're starting to light up everything. Everything's starting to move. It's got that domino effect, but it's the domino of light effect, which is amazing. So just know that we're on the winning edge. It may not feel like that sometimes, but we really are. So what's shaking in your world? That was one of the things they wanted me to ask today, and I don't know why they wanted me to say that, but after I had written that like twice, they wrote it in my post that I put on Facebook for my show today, and then they wrote it again on my piece of paper. So I feel like we're all being shaken up right now, and I don't just mean Mother Earth. I feel like we're all being shaken up a little bit. Even people that are on the path and know they're on the path, they're still like in a pattern of thought that why am I doing this, or why should I be doing this, or should I still be doing this? It's really time to come into that heart center and really feel, really feel what that feels like for you. Do you feel like you're on a good path? I don't want you to think about it. I really want you guys to feel this. Does this feel good to me? Does this truly, truly feel good to me? Because we don't honor what we feel all the time. And I don't just mean our emotions of sadness and all that. We don't go into ourselves. And I feel like this is going on for a lot of people too. We're taking that deep dive where I see the high dive happening, and I see us, up on this high dive, but we're diving down inside ourselves, people. We are imagining, we are going deep inside of ourselves. We're finding out more about ourselves. And I feel like, oh my God, as soon as I said that, people, you're going to feel that in your heart chakra. You're going to feel that in your solar plex. This is going to help you find out more about who you really are, what really makes you happy, and really connect in with that. I feel like there's a lot of chakras being realigned. I feel like there's a lot of recharging going on, a recalibration going on. And you guys know I've talked about this before. So it's like there's so much taking place. Allow it to happen through your body. Sometimes they feel like weird sensations through our body. Just allow that energy to pass through you. Really feel that. Trust yourself about what it feels like to you. Again, they're using the word feel because that's one of the abilities that we have. We all can feel, like it's almost like knowing. When I say feel, it's like something I know too, because it's like I feel it in my heart. It feels truthful, and that's another thing. Does it feel truthful to you? Even when people are talking to you, can you tell when someone's lying to you? Can you tell when they're not lying to you? What can you feel? They want you to start feeling everything. Feel what that feels like to walk down the street. Feels what it goes like to go in the grocery store. What does it feel like to talk to your very best friend? They want you to tap into this whole feeling thing. And I'm feeling that really in my heart center a lot. And I feel like this gives people a little bit of a backache too. I feel like a lot of angels are out there trying to release their wings into from their scapulas or whatever's going on there in your shoulder blades. So just allow those to flow out, people. You don't have to be bound anymore. You're free. There's a lot of freedom coming for us in our spiritual world as we start to understand more of what really takes place here. And we're all starting to see a bigger picture, which is kind of amazing too. I notice I've been seeing things differently, not just with my eyes, but with my third eye. If you kind of look beyond what we're looking at is the best way for me to describe that. Look at things. Look, how does it make you feel when you really look at it? Or once you really believed in something so strongly, and now does that belief feel good to you now? They really want you to I feel like everyone's trying to balance out who they are too, because they're showing me these scales being balanced out. So it's like we're trying to get rid of what we don't and keeping what we do want, so we can find that correct balance that we want to feel good all the time in our lives, which I find absolutely amazing, because each one of you are finding that balance each and every day. I may not feel like it all the time, but just know that more of you are opening up to that and finding that balance within your lives, which is so much fun. I just love doing this stuff. I could sit here and talk to you guys for hours and hours and hours, but I only have an hour. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about myself. That's good. You guys get a chance for that, right? That's awesome. So I'm going to tell you again how you guys can find me. You guys can find me on my website. I am melissaparks.com. You can reach me by phone and text at 941-266-9250. And again, if you're in Sarasota, Florida, you can find me here at Wild Ginger Apothecary. What fun we're having here in Sarasota today. We're not sure if it's going to rain yet or not. The sun was out for a little bit. It's that time of year. It's our rainy season, so it's kind of gray, which is kind of nice. I'm glad I don't live like that in the wintertime anymore, because that's one of the reasons why I moved from New England, because it was gray too much of the time from like October to April. And I'm a sunny person, so I need summertime. So that's one of the reasons I also moved to Florida. But one of the reasons I moved to Florida, too, is because when I came here to visit, for whatever reason I was here for, I was like, I could live here. This feels like my home. So I made this my home. This feels like my home. I don't feel like any other place is my home right now. So it's like, are you finding where you belong, And sometimes you just visit it this first time and you're like, I'm gonna move there. And I found a reason to, you know what I mean? So, and of course there was many reasons to follow so I would be where I am today. There's lots of things that I had to learn for me to get where I am. So this makes it so much more fun. The journey that we've had to follow to get where we are today is quite amazing. Quite amazing. And I'm also getting everyone needs to start speaking their truth. I don't know why they're going at my throat chakra right now. I will take a sip of water on that. But it's about us really standing on our truth right now. And I'm totally doing that because even when I was looking through my automatic writings for the book and stuff, I was like, oh, maybe I should take that out. Oh, maybe I should take that out. And then I looked at myself, I'm like, but this was my journey. This is part of my journey. Why am I trying to hide that? So this is me coming out of hiding. This is me bearing all of my soul to you now and every day forward, because that's the only way I know how to be, and that's the only way that makes me feel most comfortable. So if you are doing that for yourselves, bravo, keep doing it. And I also feel like if you're still enabling people, I have to throw this out there, if you're still enabling people, either you're helping them in ways that are damaging to your energy, please stop. Just stop for a moment and let everyone be responsible for themselves. They wanted me to share that real quick. I don't know where that came from, but sometimes they just throw it out there. It leads into something. And I know this is very significant to everyone that's listening out there, because I never have a script for my show. It's always just, blah, here I am, and this is what we're going to talk about, and this is what they channel through me. So they are excited that everyone taps in, whether it's now, it's later, and just know that we are all coming together, and the creations that we're starting to create and the things that are starting to move in the directions that you really want. Your wants and desires have been heard. They have been heard. They have been heard. They are coming to you. Know that this is happening for you. Know that there is so much more in front of you. You know, there's, I don't know why they're bringing this up, but they want me to just mention that, you know, if the changes that are happening are really making you really sad and really isolated, reach out to your friends, please. Reach out to them. Let them know what's going on in your life. There is people there that will help you and listen to you. And there are people out there that are not judgmental. This is a lot of reasons why some of the people will not speak up, because there's so much judgment behind whatever they might be going through. And, you know, all I see for people is all love. You've never done anything wrong in my eyes. There's, you know, it's just like, I had to go through a lot to get to that point, not to judge people, because I was a judger. I was taught to judge. I was taught a lot of different things as growing up between Connecticut and Maine. There was a lot of things that were New England learned that I unlearned. There's a lot of racism things that I learned. That I had to unlearn, okay? There was a lot of things that I had to unlearn. And in that unlearning, I found love and compassion for everybody, even the good and the bad, because I realize now that we're all down here. It's part of a play. We all chose the roles, whether we were going to be the good guy, the bad guy, the neutral guy, whoever we were going to be, guy, girl, whatever. You know, I don't mean to throw that out there, but, you know, it's like whatever we decided we wanted to do, whatever part we wanted to play, whatever lessons and tests we needed to learn here, we chose for the highest and best of all. So in that, we can't really judge ourselves, because we don't have a place for that, or we shouldn't anyways. Or when we learn not to judge anymore, we start to see people through new eyes, okay, because of the choices they made. This is where they are. So we try to help them from where they are, not judge them from what they've been through, you know, because a lot of people could judge me too. I've been, you know, not the best person in the world. And if anyone out there has, sure. We've all done something wrong somewhere, sometime. So there's no one that's perfect out there. So there's no one that should be judging anyone, but we still have that going on. So open up your hearts to people. Open up your lives, open up your minds, open up your hearts. They just want you all to have so much compassion for each other and recognize that everybody is going through something. You know what I mean? Everyone's going through something. So much fun. Ooh, looks like I have another caller. I have a caller calling me in from area code 256.
Hi.
Hi.
This is Kimberly from Georgia. How are you?
I'm doing great, Kimberly. How are you doing in Georgia today?
I'm well.
How can I help you today?
Well, just wondering, I could get a general if you do general. Wonder, what do you see coming up for me?
All right, sure. Say your name one more time, Kimberly.
Kimberly.
Perfect. Kimberly. All right, Kimberly. you are on a new adventure is what they're showing me. It's like even the vibration in your name, you say your name with such energy. There's this newness to you. There's this, they're showing me like, let me see if I can get in a little further, because first they're feeling the energy because they're excited about what you want to do next. Do you want to move? Because I feel like there's changes coming up where you could possibly move. I feel like there's a possibility of selling, buying. There's something going on in that realm. So there's a lot of newness that could be coming into your life if you so desire. But it's like they want you to tap into what it is that you really want, because it's like you're a little in this confused state, they're saying. Like you don't know what you really want or how you want it or how you should get it. It's like there's kind of like this little fog in front of you, but they're showing me the fog is clearing and everything's becoming clearer once you identify what it is that you truly want in your life. But they're showing me like many opportunities are on the rise.
Okay. Okay.
Whew. And they're very excited. Whatever you're gonna do is gonna happen very fast. So they're showing me like a new door. Are you looking for a new job or new something? There's something new.
Well, no, I have a new job, as a matter of fact. I'm just looking for something new, I guess. Maybe like, I wouldn't call it a hobby, but I am looking for something new that, sparks my creativity.
Oh, okay, cool. Because they show me it's like, all right, so creativity for Kimberly then, because they show me like these are new doors for you. This is a new opportunity. So they're wanting you to reach out and get like some. They want you to flip through like I don't know, they're showing me like a magazine. I don't know if you guys have these in your town, but like Natural Awakenings, like we have them in Sarasota that say everything that's going on in town that's metaphysical or creative or whatever. They're showing me there's some kind of, they're showing me some kind of local magazine that you need to flip through until you see something that pulls you in, because I feel like it's like, I don't know, 5 or 6 pages in or so, but there's something there that grabs your attention and you're like, oh, I've never thought about that before. That would be kind of fun. So they're showing me you flipping through the magazine and it popping out. It's kind of like it was almost like 3D art where it kind of like popped out of the page out. It was so cute.
Right. You're exactly right. I have those books, and I just want to know that you're spot on. I have those books right in front of me.
Yay! I love it when that happens because I never know. I just shoot whatever they tell me. I just let it channel through. So thank you. They're giving me goosebumps because they're telling me by you knowing that and tapping into this energy that you do the same thing.
Yeah.
So allow that to flow through you too.
Okay. And really quickly, what can you give me about my son and him being in school? His name is Micah, M-I-C-A-H, Micah.
And he's in school?
Yeah, he's in college right now.
Uh-huh.
And I don't particularly like the college he goes to, but that's his choice. But I just want to know, are things going to be looking up for him?
Yeah. They show me that things are moving forward so let him continue what he's doing. Because they showed me he took a little side step, but everything keeps moving forward.
Okay.
And it's good. Okay. They show me goodness at the end.
Okay.
So no worries there, Mama.
Okay. So how can I get in contact like you? How can I get in contact with you for a reading?
You can reach me on my cell phone at 941-266-9250. You can leave a message or you can leave a text and we can get back together and we can set something up. And I really like you too, Kimberly. I love everybody.
Okay. And what is your number again? You went really fast.
Okay, I'm sorry. 941 266 9250.
Got
it. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Awesome. Well, Kimberly, you have yourself a fantastic day, and know that you're going to find what you're looking for in that little magazine sitting right there in front of you.
I will. I know I will. Thank you very much, and you have a wonderful, angelic day yourself.
Thank you. Awesome. I love that. I love your energy, Kimberly. I love everybody's energy. Everybody's so upbeat and ready to move forward and make new things happen. And I love getting validation, so I also want to thank her for that too, because sometimes I talk all this stuff, and trust me, I never remember what I say after I say it. I have people that text me later on and go, hey, you remember you said that? And I'm like, I don't remember. So it's so fun that I can connect in with all of you. This makes everything so much fun. Yeah, I love you guys. I love you guys. And I have another caller at 813 is my area code this time.
Hey, Melissa. This is Lenka.
Hi, Lenka. How can I help you today, dear?
Well, so be complete. I'm Lenka from Sarasota. We know each other quite a bit.
Yes, we do.
And...
She's my buddy.
Well, I guess this is my time to call you and ask you about my current work case situation.
Oh.
Yeah. It seems like another roadblock.
Uh-huh.
And I'm
okay.
I'm not sure if I'm missing something, but I don't know what else to do.
Okay. Well, here's the thing
Which
about
direction
the roadblock.
basically to go. Mhm.
Well, here's the thing about the roadblock. And it's the company that's putting up the roadblock. It's not you. So they're showing me you standing your ground, okay? So they show me you like standing like a very strong pillar, and you're not moving, okay? Because they are trying to manipulate the situation, and you just need to expose that. So what might seem like is another road bump or a blockage is actually they're showing me it's a detour for you so that you can expose something else, because I feel like a lot needs to be exposed through this. They are trying to cover their butt.
Oh, yeah. There's basically current situation with the doctor who, I basically started to question myself if I'm really clear what needs to be done, and I'm still not getting anything useful from him. So basically I'm going to have to make the necessary steps.
Yes, you're going to have to go.
Right.
Yes, they're showing me you have to take that step you didn't want to take, because it helps protect you in the long run by doing it.
Yeah, well, there's no basically other option, because at this moment I'm not able, being released from the doctor, to work, and the job is not going to give me work. So for, I don't know, eternity or something, I don't know how to solve this situation. So basically, I guess.
Yes, I'm getting that you're going to reach out to a lawyer. It's time to have a lawyer.
Okay. All righty, will do. Thank you for clarifying or clearing out and for support, as always.
Oh, all of the above. And this, I have to point out that this is also coming into your life so that you took a different avenue, so that you would follow more of your creativity and your artistic abilities, rather than being stuck in that 9-to-5 job, even though it wasn't really 9 to 5, but your normal day-to-day job. The universe was helping you to make that happen for you.
Yeah,
and I see good things for you. We just have to get over this bump. That's all. The bump.
Yeah. It's exhausting. It is exhausting. So
But you
I don't
also
want to
have
deal
the
with
right
it.
people. Right, but you also have the right people on your side helping you right now. You're reaching out to the right people that are going to help you, and your angels and guides are leading the right people into your lives too. Yep,
totally. Yeah. All righty, thank you so much, and hopefully see you soon.
I'll see you soon, Lenka. Thank you.
All righty, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Awesome. Yeah, so if things aren't going the way that you think they should be going, whether you have some things going on at work that aren't good for you, don't be afraid to ask for assistance outside of yourself, because sometimes they know the system better than we do, so you need to know someone that also knows the system. So that's awesome. And Lenka, I know everything's going to work out for her. She's going to be famous one day. Woohoo! That'll be so amazing. So I'm going to take my next caller, which is area code 856.
Hi, this is Laura.
Hi, Laura. Where are you calling from today?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. How can I help you today, honey?
I was wondering, I I'm trying to decide where I'm going to land for work. I had a job interview for a 1-year contract about a week and a half ago, and I'm actually on a contract right now. So I was wondering if you see me staying with this contract through January, or do you see me getting the other contract, or, what do you see for me?
All right, let me see. Are you going to stay with this contract? I feel like a new contract is coming. I feel like the new contract that's coming makes you happier, gives you more of what you want to do, gives you more of the freedom you're looking for. So they show me that the new one is on its way.
Okay.
But you're gonna stay. It's the one you want. It's like what you desire.
Okay.
They're showing me it's time for you to really open up to that and allow that to happen for you.
Okay, great. Because I haven't heard back from the one I interviewed for, so I'm wondering if it's a completely different one altogether.
Well, here's the thing. We're in Mercury in retrograde, and we're just over a holiday weekend. People still are not up to speed yet. And I feel like if it's not the best for you, I feel like whatever it is still coming. So don't even worry about that one. Just know that what it is on its way. It's on its way. They keep showing me it's flowing into you. It's kind of like a wave that knocks you over. It's so good.
Wow. I could use that. That would be great.
All right. Well, then the wave of love is going to land right on you. So whatever you're desiring, they're showing me is coming for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Enjoy, Laura. Enjoy.
You too.
Awesome.
Take care.
Thank you. You too. How awesome is that? I feel lots of exciting things are coming up. And even though there are some roadblocks that are taking place so that we have to look at things differently or maybe take a route that we didn't think we would have to take so we could learn something else. And sometimes these routes that take us into different places are also so that we could be there for someone else. Doesn't necessarily have to do with us. So it could be that we're going in there to affect someone else's life too. So with all these changes of jobs and all these changes of relationships or whatever you have going on in your life, we're all ending up exactly where we need to go. And the things that we need to learn are being learned along the way. And just know that you have a wealth of information inside of you. It's just remembering it. Although, we talk about the Akashic records, right? People have talked about this. I mean, you may know this. All this information in this beautiful library we have on the other side. You have a connection to all of that if you so desire. Just allow yourself to tap into it. Maybe you get into it by meditation, but you have access to all of that. That's where I go for most of the information I get for all of you guys. I connect in with your higher self, which is that book in my opinion. So then they're giving me all this information. So all of you have these abilities. So tap in and start using them. Follow your heart. Find your joy, let go of those old patterns, because I feel like July is about letting go. So through this retrograde, it's really about regurgitating all that old stuff that we do not need anymore, okay? It's like getting rid of those old patterns, whether it comes from mommy, daddy, whoever, whatever religion, all these things. I feel like you're going to see a new light once we come out of this, and we're going to feel better. We're going to start doing things differently. I've already noticed it with myself. So what are you noticing different about yourself and the things that you can start changing in your life to make your lives much happier? And I find great joy in being with you guys every week. There's so much more to come. I feel like I found my home with all of you, which is so strange but so cool at the same time. Even though I see none of you, I'm looking outside a window and talking to everything I see outside, which is so cool. Until we turn this into a show, and then I'll be talking to you. But it's like, and all that's going to happen in due place. I have lots of schedule changes coming up once school starts and all that stuff and all that beautiful things. Interesting. So with all of that, I'm getting ready to close out my week. I want to thank each and every one of you for tapping in today, or whenever you tap in. Thank you for being you. Thank you for expanding in your true light. Thank you for being your authentic self. And I thank you for everything that you are doing to help us move forward on this beautiful earth and in this beautiful time, because it's the most amazing time to be alive as we go through these shifts together. And remember that I am always here for all of you, energetically, by phone, whatever you need. So with that, you guys all have a very blessed week, and I will talk to you next Wednesday, same time. Have a very, very blessed week. I love you all. Bye-bye.